All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First off, we give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem,
Rakakadash. And we give double honors to our apostles, double honors to our elders, a great millstone, to us truth and will well. And salutations to you, hopefully, like this truth and honest sincerity. We a couple of brothers at GMS Kansas City branch. Brother Yawasap.
Brother Yara.
Khan. Coming to the lesson to the spirit power, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. We have some news that's been sliding under the radar to the public. Basically them passing more laws with this anti-Semitism, stuff going on, So I came across a pretty good clip of this dude just going in and breaking it down as far as this law that they're passing to take away your freedom of speech, or to alter that law of freedom of speech, where you can say anything, but you can't say anything against so-called JEWs, the JOOs we like to call them, or the Jewish people. Okay, This is a big chess move that they're coming out with, because ultimately it's going to bring in that prophecy of famine of the word. Because for you not be able to say that, this is going to tie right hand in hand to us making lessons telling you who the real children of Israel are, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Us proclaiming to be Israelite and saying that and speaking that, they've already declared that as anti-Semitism.
When you look at the wording and stuff of it, basically our entire, what we go out there and preach is about to be illegal when you think about it, because there's no way for us to preach what we preach without it being conversed with what they're saying. So you're basically denying what they're saying, which is now illegal, or it will be, because this house, this bill just passed in the House. All right. Now, the way the government works is the House of Representatives usually presents the bill, they pass it, then the Senate, then it goes to the Senate. And when the Senate which has 100 members, when they vote on it, then it goes to the president. And we all know that wax statue in the Oval Office, Joe Biden, he just gonna sign it, So it passed the House quick last night. I didn't even know this was going down until it was already passed in the House, basically. But these people are obviously desperate, man. Okay, they're obviously desperate, and this sounds kind of funny now, but this is about to get really dangerous, man. And you got a panicked, spooked group of Edomites passing these laws because they cannot quell these rebellions. These college campuses, they thought it was going to be a weekend. No, it's been going on for weeks now. And it's not slowing down. They crashed the correspondence dinner where Joe Biden was in there telling jokes. All right. They're shutting down these various places, and really social media, they really can't stop it. All right. That's why it makes sense why they went ahead and pushed the ban through for TikTok, man. They voted for that almost unanimously. So. Right.
So this is big, man, because they're laying the groundwork and the foundation for them to, basically throw us in prison for what we've been speaking and teaching about, which we're telling you the truth, man. And then when we play this video, you're going to hear the audio. I might try to show a little bit to the camera as well, but we're going to, basically dissect it and break it down with scriptures of showing you the wickedness of this man and what type of prophecies this is going to unfold,
Yeah. Con. I was going to get a quick precept.
Con, go ahead, bro.
This is Isaiah 29 and 15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord Yahweh, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us? All right. And it says, surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed of him say, framed, or the shape, or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he hath no understanding? And then I want to skip down to verse 21 or verse 20. It says, for the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off. All right. So, but we are the ones that watch for iniquity, and we're all basically being cut off now. All right. It's not fun and games no more. He lost all of the arguments, you see. And so now we're being cut off. And it says that make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate, and turn aside the just for a thing of naught. All right. So that's basically like the pretext of where we sit as men of the Lord that go out there and preach on the highways and byways. All right. We all know that Satan's going to do what he's going to do anyway, but he likes to pass the laws first. He likes to get permission. He likes to tell you what he's doing. You know, that's part of that Masonic, you know, nonsense that they do, where they tell you what they're doing, you know, before they do it, you know. But that's basically where we are.
God, bro. That's right, man. You know, they have a lot of secret societies and meetings that they've been planning this for a long time. Mm-hmm. But now, as things have progressed with this war over there in that land, you know, and people waking up to the truth, like the brother said, they're getting in desperate mode. So they're getting ready to try to make their move on the prophets, man. That's what they're doing. Mm-hmm. So brothers, get ready, you know, because it's coming.
Yeah.
But hey, let it come, man.
Yeah.
As soon as the Lord said he's going to lift up a standard.
Yeah.
You know, but, you know, that goes into, you know, the persecution is going to be coming, you know, pretty soon because, hey, this is right there. Like the brother said, is this close to being passed, man.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you see what they, it's ridiculous, man. It's absolutely, he's hurt when you see, when the brother gonna play the video, but when you see, this guy's obviously hurt, man. He ain't got no other recourse, all right? And what they don't tell you is people all over the world are still rioting. Over there in Germany and France, everybody's rioting, but the news media is not covering it. That's the thing. So if it wasn't for social media, we wouldn't even know what was going on around the world, you know?
Right, con. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this video out and play it for brothers, man. You got anything else from them?
I just after you, yeah. Okay. Pull some more out.
Which worked out. Speak.
I'm trying to rewind this for us.
Fair use. This is not us. It's just a video.
Which
right.
includes talking about Israel.
One Salakia. Let me refresh.
Congress is rushing to pass a law that's going to outlaw anti-Semitic speech, which includes talking about Israel. This is pretty wild. Check this out. It's called H.R. 6090. It just passed the House. It's basically expanding on and re-clarifying the Civil Rights Act of 1964 to outlaw anything that meets the definition of anti-Semitism as laid out by the IHRA. This definition they adopted in 2016, and they specify that this includes the contemporary examples of anti-Semitism that we're about to look at. This bill is like specific to any government institutions or any institutions that like, you know.
Yeah, Salakia, I just caught that. They appended it to the Civil Rights Act. I don't know if you heard him say that, but that's what this is.
Right.
So all of that work Jake did, Martin Luther King, they basically are attaching themselves to that, you know, and saying it's under this whole guise of discrimination. You work at any job, they have policies that tell you about protected classes, so-called women, not so-called women, but women, you know, so-called moles, you know, persons of color. They have protected classes that you can't discriminate against. That's what they're putting this under. All right. So and Jake did all of that work back in the day, getting fire hoses on dog sick on him, only for Amalek to squeeze up later and be like, yeah,
we're part of this too.
Right.
We're the ones that put you in the situation in the first place, but no, we're actually really the victims here.
Right. But now they're flipping it on you. So we're also supposed to be a protected class, but we can't say nothing against these niggas. Like, well, wait a minute.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
You see, that's the wickedness, man. That's why things that we speak about is true, man, because we told you about how that whole movement was wicked with MLK and all that shit, man.
Yeah.
Because you see how they ran with it and used it to their benefit. They used that to pass the homosexual agenda, you know. And so now they're considered protected too. And they just made this place more and more Sodom behind that shit. Behind something that Jake thought they were righteously standing for.
Universities. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm reading this as you can get kicked out of university now if you do any of these things. It's from the IHRA website. This is the one that was adopted in 2016. That was originally written as a non-legally binding working definition that is about to be legally binding. Here's some of those examples that they're talking about in the bill. Making mendacious, dehumanizing, demonizing, or stereotypical allegations about Jews. Right on. I mean, like, let's not dehumanize. What do they mean by that? Such as, especially but not exclusively, the myth about a world Jewish conspiracy or of Jews controlling the media, economy, government, or other societal institutions.
Okay, so they put that in there as specifically such as this example, meaning this is what we really don't want you doing.
Right. See how they tried to say it sounded good at first. Oh, just don't dehumanize us.
Right.
But then when they explain what that means, it's like, well, wait a minute. That ain't nothing dehumanizing to say you run this, you run that, you know.
Right. That's not dehumanizing at all.
You see how the devil works, man? Hold on, man. Salakia.
He's telling you straight up, hey, if you tell people that we own this and we own that, which we actually do, you're anti-Semitic.
What a goddamn devil, man.
But he owns the very platform that we're actually prophesying from right now, man.
Right. Let me see.
Make it make sense, man.
Yeah. This here is the devil, man.
He's basically made a fancy way of making a law pass. You cannot say shit about these specific people.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because that's the head tribe of Esau, Edom. Mm-hmm. And doing the Lord's work has exposed them. And the world has now seen the wickedness of what this true devil is. And he fell upon his own sword, man.
Mm-hmm.
He let the cat out of his own bag. You know, he's the one that's over there doing genocide in that land. The world's looking at them like, now you're like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, they're going to even tell you can't even use that word against them. You can't say we're doing that. Right. You're accusing us of a war crime. Now, if you go on certain parts of the internet that you can't really Google or censor it, there's certain things that are just too graphic, you know, on certain parts of the internet. But you can go on there and see what they're doing, bro.
Yep.
Like, you can literally, they are fucking people. They wilding out, man.
Yep.
Some of them dudes over here in the IDF, they're literally filming it, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But you can't accuse them. You can't use the G word against them.
Right.
Because that's offensive. You know?
Yeah.
I was going to get this real quick.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Psalms chapter 10, verse 4. It says, the wicked through the pride of his countenance. The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not in all his thoughts. His ways are always grievous. Thy judges are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. All right. And you can see this demeanor over there in the Middle East, man. He's talking shit to those Hezbollah guys in Syria. He's talking shit to Iran. He's talking shit to Jordan, to Egypt. All right. He's basically just the drunk guy in the bar, with, you know, just talking shit to everybody, man. Stirring up strife over there, man. All right. Because he knows that he's got America in his pocket. And you can't really say that. You can't say they own, through certain groups, they own America. But that's why he's over there causing all of this strife over there. Because he's puffing at all of his enemies. It says, he hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. And this is really the main points. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. All right? Because you're not the real people. That's vain for you to get up there and say that when you can't even do DNA tests in your own homeland. For what reason? You see?
Right. So
this whole thing, your whole reason for going over there, Lord Rothschild going over there and signing that's all bull, man. All right? And I'm trying to be careful with what I say, you know, because of this nonsense. But it says, he sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, in the secret places doeth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. All right, because they did this in private, man. Do you think they went to and had a referendum or called a vote for them to come up there and say, should we vote against this? No. Everybody found out about it today after it passed, man.
Right.
You know? Because he's the devil. All right. He says he lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doeth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. You know, this whole chapter is good, but that's basically the main point on that. You know, this guy is lost his mind, man. This is just the beginning. This is about to get way worse, man. Way worse.
That's right, bro. Could you run that one part of that precept back when it talks about the fraud?
Khan, this is Psalms chapter 10, verse 7. It says, his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud.
Mouth full of cursing and deceit, fraud, man. So by him making these sneaky ass slick laws to where you can't call out and expose any of the wickedness that they're doing, and that's deceit and that's fraud, man. They committed identity theft. They're over there in another nation's land doesn't belong to them. They actually belong to the so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans.
Right.
And through archaeological and secular and physical history, you can literally read up on accounts of when we left that land to flee into Africa, to flee in different parts of the world, when we were carried away as slaves. All that's documented, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they were not put in that land and didn't have own any rights to it all until the Balfour Declaration, man.
Right, right. And most of those books that we went to get that from, a lot of them were written by Amalekites, man.
Right.
You go to some of them books that brothers be bringing out, man. These sources, a lot of them were written because y'all were proud back then. Y'all like, ain't nobody gonna say nothing. Who gonna say something to us? Y'all didn't think about a day where the internet would come about and all these people would be in uproars. But that's promised that will happen in the last days. People we be getting in the streets against y'all, man. You know, that your kingdom would be divided. Y'all that's as an Edomite bringing this up, man.
God.
You know?
That's right, man.
You see? So this place, we're at the very end of this thing, man. I'm excited.
God.
Honestly, man. You know, I was having a bad week.
Right.
This came out.
You got this dude.
Yeah,
man. But you got that precept, bro, where it says synagogue of Satan, and so they are Jews and not, and do lies. We're gonna bring it out, man, as we listen to more of this, man.
Mm-hmm.
We'll come back to that. Accusing Jewish citizens of being more loyal to Israel or to the alleged priorities of Jews worldwide than to the interests of their own nation. We're looking at you, Anthony Blinken, denying the Jewish people their right to self-determination, e.g. by claiming that the state of Israel is illegitimate. Yeah, that's illegal now. Wonder why they have to make that illegal. Applying double standards by requiring... You mean double standards like not requiring them to, listen to the International Court of Justice? Double standards like them not having to listen to the UN? Double standards like bombing civilians isn't a war crime? I mean, we would never...
All of those double standards. Hey, Salaki, brother. And one of the big double standards is of all of the countries that they passed they're passing this law in. It's America, the only nation that has freedom of speech on the book in its constitution. That's the biggest hypocrisy of all of it. England doesn't have a freedom of speech over there. They're all Edomites, but America's the only country that has a freedom of speech law. And look how much of a double standard this is, man.
God.
All right.
That's right.
But I got that you want to?
Go ahead, bro.
Okay. This is Revelation 2, verse 9. It says, I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them that which say they are JEWs and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
Right. So there's a prophecy in Scripture that was written literally thousands of years ago that you would have an entire mass amount of people that are proclaiming themselves to be the JEWs, which are the true chosen Israelites of the tribe of Judah. Okay, it's referring to all Israelites. Okay, but which people on earth have fulfilled that prophecy? For how many hundreds of years now? Which ones identify themselves and label themselves and have that title of the JEW?
Yeah,
is it us? Because we're not nearly as long been proclaiming that as them. Right. We just came to find out that we really are those people.
Yeah.
By blood heritage and prophecy, and scriptures.
Right.
And archaeological evidence, all that. We got all this evidence to back up who we are. They don't got a dime of evidence to back up that they are those people of the scriptures.
Yeah, right. Yeah, everybody believes them. You see? Everybody believed them with basically no evidence. They basically said they were, and they're like, all right, I guess they are. But that goes back to like that scripture in Sirach, I believe, when the rich man speaketh, I'm going to butcher it, but, basically when a rich man says it, everybody gets on board with it. But if a poor man says it, you basically get thrown under the bus. Right. But who does this actually fit? According to the Bible, they say they believe in, man. That this is outrageous. Half of the people that live over there are secular, man. You know what that means? They don't even believe in the Bible.
That's right.
Half of the rabbis. Okay, the rabbis are the master educated people. You got to go to school to be a rabbi, man. That takes a long time. You got to go through all of these studies and tell them. Half of them believe King David and Solomon were mythological people.
Yeah.
Okay, but they said this is the reason why we got to come in there and kill all of these people. You see?
Right. Yeah.
So why would you go over there and do that if y'all don't even Half of your rabbis don't believe it, you know?
Right.
You see, this guy is the devil, man. You know?
Come on, bro. Come on. We're going to let a little bit more play here.
Israel, obviously. I'm not going to read that one. Holding Jews collectively responsible for the actions of the state of Israel? I mean, fair game. Lots of Jews are anti-Israel for great reason. But I couldn't help but notice that in the bill, there's the section at the bottom that says constitutional protection. Nothing in this act shall be construed to diminish or infringe upon any right protected under the First Amendment of the Constitution of the United States. Boom! Game on, baby! So I figured I'd exercise a bit of that free speech in the First Amendment of the United States of America Constitution, of which I am a citizen, and point out that these are the only 7 senators in the U.S. Senate that have not taken AIPAC money. 93 out of 100 senators in our government are taking money from the Israel lobby. You know, the one that brags about how they bribe all free speech in the First Amendment of the United States of America Constitution, of which I am a citizen, and point out that these are the only...
So the list that the only people that haven't done it, you got Tommy Tuberville, Alex Padilla, Alfonso Butler, Mazie Hirano, Rand Paul, Bernie Sanders, and Cynthia Lemons. And Bernie Sanders is an actual so-called JEW-ish person.
Right. Right. One of the 7 that didn't take, you know, money from these people, okay?
Right. And AIPAC, if you don't know, this is another fancy word of them giving a different title. These are people that all these senators have received money from Israel. They got bribed, okay, to cast votes in their favor and put all this shit.
Only 7 senators in the U.S. Senate that have not taken AIPAC money. 93 out of 100 senators in our government are taking money from the Israel lobby. You know, the one that brags about how they bribe all our politicians to keep Congress pro-Israel. Because, you know, when something's the right thing to do, you have to pay people to believe it. Otherwise, why would they believe it? And you have to ensure that any of those bad people that don't believe it don't get elected, because they're bad. The single most influential big money group in Democratic electoral politics. Because, you know, Democratic electoral politics is all about big money. And using that big money to defeat all the bad people that don't love Israel. Like, take this one, for example, where they elected Shontel Brown. In the 2022 election cycle, Shontel Brown was the top recipient of Israeli money.
She got $1,018,786 from them, man.
Yeah, nigga woman, man.
Wow, man. Just to be pro-Israel.
$1 million. Just some random woman from Ohio. And that's because the ADL has this nice list of the most radical anti-Israel candidates in the 2022 primary. And Shontel's opponent, Nina Turner, is on that list. She's a very bad person. But I just couldn't help going back to these myths about Jewish people. And, like, I generally actually try to keep my criticisms to Zionists and Israel. But, like, when someone tries to make speech illegal, you know what I'm going to do? Is I'm going to do that speech. Because you can go fuck yourselves. That's why. And I would use that speech to point out that Google was founded by 3 Jewish people. The New York Times was founded and owned by a Jewish family, the Sulzbergers. Instagram and Facebook are obviously both run by Jewish people. David Zaslav is the president and CEO of Warner Bros. Discovery, who is also CNN. He's Jewish. Bob Iger, CEO of Disney. He's Jewish. Just a quick reminder how much Disney owns. We're talking FX, Marvel, ABC, ESPN, National Geographic, Pixar. You know, they even own Star Wars. Brian Roberts, CEO of Comcast. Remember, Comcast owns NBC, MSNBC, all those. He literally goes to Israel every year to compete in the Jewish Olympics, the Maccabiah Games. Brian Levine is the CEO of Paramount Pictures and Nickelodeon. He's Jewish. The Newhouse family owns Advanced Publication. They're Jewish. In case you wanted to know who Advanced Publications runs, it's all these magazines. I mean, we can keep going, but honestly, the only 2 that really stand out are X, is owned by Elon Musk. We all know what they tried to do to him. And then we have TikTok. I already made a whole reel, or 10, about how TikTok is actually getting banned for in China. Yeah. And how, what's his name? Steve Mnuchin, who is Jewish, is going to try to buy TikTok with all of his buddies. Like,
hey, you grab that precept Earth getting into the hand of wicked, bro. Hey, man, y'all hear all these different companies that are owned Now, remember that part of that bill that they had to specify and give you an example of what you're not going to be able to speak out against, right? Anybody that may be owning too much and what conspiracy, blah, blah, blah. This damn man literally owns all the shit, man.
Yeah.
It was all the fucking companies, man. All the media platforms, which specifically he's going to bring out again in the video, remind you what they're just saying that you're not allowed to speak against. But we just telling you what they own. It's the truth.
Yeah, yeah. That TikTok ban, that went through unanimously, man. Well, basically bipartisanly, I should say, not unanimous. Unanimous means nobody voted against. There was a few votes against it, but it was overwhelming majority they voted to just ban that very, very quickly. And the other one is Twitter. Now, when Elon got in trouble earlier this year, or maybe late last year, what did he have to do, man? He had to go take his pasty ass over there to Israel and kiss Netanyahu's ass, man, to apologize, man. Right. For him saying something, man. Yeah. If that's not telling you who's running this thing, I don't know what is, man. But it's the precept the brother called for, Job chapter 9, verse 24. It says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof.
There you go, man. So the earth is given into the wicked, meaning everything around you is owned and operated by the wicked. Is running everything. They're the ones that run this country, man. Here it is. There's laws being passed that you're not allowed to speak of all the countries in the world. Even on, like he's gonna make this point in the video too. You're allowed to speak against the United States government and call out wickedness. But everywhere you can speak against all the other ones, but the one place you can't say shit about is Israel. Why is that, man? Because he's the one that's really running shit. The Amaleks are the ones that really running shit, that really own this nation. It ain't fucking Joe Biden. He ain't running the damn thing, man.
Yeah.
He answers to them. Okay? Them elite bacon families that are Jewish people, they're the ones running the show. And they're making sure that their gun, which is America, falls in line.
That's right. That's right. That's a good way to put it. That's what America is a gun. They don't talking about America is the number one. No, they not, man. No. The Esau's running everything, man. Okay? And it's way bigger than America. You red, blue voting stupid niggas, man. All right? That's so stupid, man, to go out there and think that this shit is real. All right? Pelosi and fucking Chuck Schumer. And that's WWE wrestling, man. We really got to be able to tell you wrestling's not real, man. The Rock doesn't really hate Stone Cold Steve Austin, man. They both getting paid behind the scenes to put on a show so you can stay watching on television, thinking that what you're doing matters when it doesn't. He's going to do what he's got to do anyway, man. All right? He doesn't really care. Look at these so-called approval ratings. Has that stopped them? No. They're in the toilet. Everybody's against this, but they're still doing it anyway because it really doesn't matter, you know? God. And now he's getting desperate because he can't sell you the idea anymore. So now he's got to force it on you. You know, that's how the Karama's gonna come. You know, he's gonna want to sell it to you, and then when he can't get everybody, he's just gonna force it. That's right, and he's already laying a framework to make it forcible to take, and he's gonna use it off of the whole medical shit. You know, because of the whole C-19. That's just a framework for them to legally make it mandatory for when it comes time for that C-hip to come out. Hey, you have to get it because we have to track for safety reasons, for medical purposes, and for anti-Semitism purposes. We have to find out who's X, Y, and blah, 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 blah. So if you're refusing to take it, you're now an enemy of the state. Right. You know? That's right, brother. You see? This devil's real slick, man. Man. You got a precept, bro? Yeah, real quick one. Psalms chapter 12. It says... verse 1, it says, help, Lord Jehovah, for the godly man ceaseth. For the faithful fail from among the children of men. They speak vanity, every one with his neighbor, with flattering lips, and with a double heart do they speak, man. All right, this is the double standard that this guy in the video was talking about earlier. That's what you're hearing. You know, videos like ours, these going to get shut down, man. We don't have long here, man. Like, they're not going to tolerate, no matter how small your channel is. Right now, they're just worried about the bigger channels. They're worried about big platforms speaking against them. But eventually, they're just going to shut everybody down. Right. You know, but it's getting to the point where this double speaking hypocrisy, it can't be hid anymore. So they just going to have to, you know, show you their true colors, so to speak. You know, the illusion of democracy is basically about to be over with. I believe, Lord willing, this year, and so-called election year, the mask comes off about democracy being a thing, because it's really not. It's really a dictatorship through Esau Edom's policies, you know.
God. You want to play a little bit more?
Never mind, I'll just let you go watch that one for yourself. I mean, we can keep going, but so far we've hit all of these companies. So, remind me again about never mind, I'll just let you go watch that one for yourself. I mean, we can keep going, but so far we've hit all of these companies.
Some companies I'll mention, man. Warner Bros., CNN, Facebook, Google, Instagram, Walt Disney, Comcast, NBC, Universal News Group, Paramount, Nickelodeon, Advance. The list goes on and on and on. Fox, Pixar, Lucasfilms, they own all the shit, man.
Yeah.
All the shit. So all these, because they own all that, they can easily ban you and shadow ban you and cut you off from any type of information that you want to get, and control what information is fed to you. Right now, they're feeding what's controlled is that Israel is the ones that's the victims over here, and everything they're doing is justified. So you need to support what they're doing of all the killing that's going on. Right.
It literally said you can't disagree with them. you can't criticize what they're doing over there. So, you know, you have to let that sink in, you know.
And you could go to prison.
Right.
If you do this,
right.
If you say something, a word can get you sent to prison for saying, "Hey, he's killing somebody."
Yeah.
No, he didn't. Who did you say was killing somebody? Oh, you did? Oh, you said Israel's doing that? Oh, okay. Well, we gotta lock your ass up. That's how serious it is, man.
Yeah, kind of. And I brought this point out earlier, man. During the George Floyd protests, they were just letting niggas loot, do all kind of things, man. They were not shutting them down. There were literally videos of niggas just walking by out of the store with boxes of Nikes in their hand. The cop wasn't doing shit. Some of them bricks mysteriously showed up in some of them neighborhoods when all this riot was going on. But as soon as these college protesters started protesting against, you know who, the cops showed up. They putting old women down, bro, in these colleges. Get on the ground. But they let you protest against, you know, niggatry. You know, that's fine. But when you protest against them, they don't give a damn if you're a college student. These are young Edomite women. Bro, they really don't care. Like, they don't give a fuck. They like shut it down now, you know? Yep. And that's why you start seeing them taking more draconian measures like this, you know? That's why they're getting bills passed overnight like that.
God, that's right.
So, remind me again about the myth of Jews controlling the media, or does this bill outlaw reading too? Because I've just been reading a little bit, and obviously there's nothing wrong with Jewish people owning companies, and there's nothing wrong with Jewish people like being the CEO of basically every.
Right. So they put in a law that if you speak about the myth of them owning everything, that's going to be a problem. You're violating this new law that's being pushed.
Media company as long as they're not more loyal to Israel or to the alleged priorities of Jews than they are to the interests of their own nation, which you obviously need look no further than Ben Shapiro and the Israeli Wire to like realize that would never happen. Except all that's illegal now, so that's how you know it's not true. Be careful not to go reading the wrong facts out there, because some of those are pretty anti-Semitic. And don't think too much about how the Balfour Declaration was given to Lord Rothschild and was directly a trade of this land for you helping get America into this war. Or do I have my history wrong? Is it anti-Semitic to claim that the Rothschilds were the driving force behind making Israel a state? I'm a little confused on what's anti-Semitic these days. And in case humor and sarcasm goes over your head, obviously not all Jewish people are bad. And obviously not all Jewish people support Israel. Everyone is an individual. I'm just wondering if you're also going to be kicking people out of college for talking about Native Americans or Mexicans. Like, is it illegal to question the narrative around black slavery? Or, I mean, it's not illegal for me to criticize my...
Which that's going to be illegal too. You mentioned the slavery rules, because guess what? Who funded all that shit?
Right. You can't say that. And it don't even matter if it's a fact or not, bro. It's like you can't say it.
You don't do that. You don't say that. It's like a stupid ass little brother you fighting with. You don't say that.
Right.
You know, but it's the truth. You fuckers did do this shit, man.
Yeah. This shit is wicked, man. You know?
My own own government, but it's illegal for me to criticize. Obviously, not all Jewish people support Israel. Everyone is an individual. I'm just wondering if you're also going to be kicking people out of college for talking about Native Americans or Mexicans. Like, is it illegal to question the narrative around black slavery? Or, I mean, it's not illegal for me to criticize my own government, but it's illegal for me to criticize another government? And it's good for...
There you have it, man. Make it make sense, man.
Yeah.
It's now they put this bill out. It's illegal to criticize another government, not just government, another nation of people that identify as Jewish.
Yeah.
It's now illegal to criticize them. That's how this bill is. That's what this bill is doing.
Yeah, and notice it's not just the state over there; it's the whole diaspora, wherever they are, the UK, Russia, South America, wherever they are.
Yep. Okay,
you disparage them in any way, you know, this bill is enacted against you so-called Americans, man. And don't think this shit is going to be restricted to social media. These cell phone companies, AT&T, T-Mobile, they gonna snitch. They already got a back door to all your text messages and all of that, man. You know, so they gonna roll on us, brother. That's how we got to look at it, man. That's how I see it, at least. Like your privacy is a blind eye, man. We just need the Lord. All right. There ain't no way out of it. This is why we get so angry at you voters, man. You know, because y'all don't see the devil for what he really is. You know, this is not a problem you're going to be able to vote your way out of, man. Okay? That's like asking the police to investigate himself. He done shot Jake 35 times. And the police department is like, all right, we're going to do an investigation about why we shot this nigga 35 times and he ain't had no gun on him. You know, we're going to investigate ourselves, basically. That's what y'all doing when you go to Esau to vote. You know?
Yep.
It's stupid, man.
It is. It's retarded, man. I got a precept. You got anything, bro?
Yeah, I can go. Bro.
This is the book of Genesis chapter 3, verse 1. It says, now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which Yahweh had made. And he said unto the woman, yea, hath Yahweh said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? And the point apart is he's more subtle than any beast of the field. So more slick and sleazy than anybody, man. And that's Eve. Mm-hmm. Well, that serpent represents the devil, the physical counterpart on earth, which is Esau, Edom, man. Yep. And the head of Esau, Edom is Amalek, which is who these JEWs are.
That's right.
That's right. So they're doing all this sneaky, slick shit, man.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
This is another one. This is Psalms 83:3. It says, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. So when they're going to make all these laws and bills they're passing, that's crafty, secret. You know, that's really against the nation of Israel. The true Hebrew Israelites, man. So-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. And you get the Lord's prophets off the highways and hedges and stop exposing them on their plans.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, because ultimately this place was just meant for a money machine. It's just a corporation of slaves to profit off of slaves and profit off the Israelites, profit off their land. Profit. And it got switched and turned into a gun.
Yep.
As soon as they got that nuclear atomic bomb capability, they got the best of both worlds. They got the big money machine, and they also have this machine has the capability to launch a fucking bomb. Yeah. This is a big gun. So when the gun is not supporting its owner and is jamming, they're gonna do something about it. And that's what this shit is. That's what this shit is, man.
You don't have to fix it, you know, because we used to be the slaves, but now when Amalek then took over after World War II, which is when they basically that Balfour Declaration, that was a paradigm shift where they basically they're like, all right, we taking over the whole thing now. We gonna control the gun now, you know, and when basically, you know, when that happened, damn, I lost my train of thought. But basically, man, when Amalek took over and he started using America as that weapon, he's basically they're doing what you call a pump and dump, all right? Because we used to be the slaves here, but now he's transferred the middle class, which used to be white people, you know the Brady Bunch, you know, you got an Edomite living in the house. Now all of y'all are slaves now, man. Now all of y'all are working 50 years with no retirement in sight. you know, and it's building up all of this wealth. It's going to the top. Who's winning? These defense contractors. You know, you got Boeing knocking people off because they're untouchable, you know, and their military is getting bigger and bigger, but the people are getting poorer and poorer, man.
That's right, man.
You know, so this is a big pump and dump to build up America's wealth, like the brother said, to build up all of these weapons so they can go around the world conquering things, man, which they've been doing.
That's right, man. You know, and ultimately, when you look at the USDebtClock.org, it's in like the 30 trillions.
Yeah.
And you got to remember that this place is a corporation, is a business, and every business has an owner. It's not just floating by itself.
Yeah.
So who is all this debt indebted to? Well, the elites, the elite bankers, the central bankers, the Rothschilds. They make sure they keep you in debt. And when the debt gets too high, and they know it's a tab that they're not going to get their money back, they're going to say, hey, look, there's a way you can get your money back. I'm going to send your ass to war. You know, so the first one, they're going to be pulling involved in what's going on and whatever agenda they want. They're taking over Gaza and over there. Hey, they're going to make sure the U.S. does what the fuck they're supposed to do. We own your ass, so you're going to go to war to pay this debt.
Yep. And they've done this before, in case you are doubting that. That's exactly what happened in World War II, man. You know, the scriptures say the third woe cometh quickly. So this really ain't gonna be any different, man. In World War II, that was crazy. Those Ford manufacturing plants, all of them shits, the government stepped in, was like, look, y'all stop making cars.
You making gun parts.
Exactly. They took all them conveyor belts, that shit, the assembly line he invented. Ford, like, yeah, no, run that.
Hey, it became a big machine, like Thor's hammer, man.
Yep.
This whole place just turned into a mass production weapon. Of death. And what the biggest weapon in the world to ever hit this planet came out of what? America, man.
That's right.
America is just a fucking gun. So do your job, basically, is what they about to say.
Yeah.
And so they don't like this old stuff coming up out of their gun talking shit to them. You know.
That's right, man.
No, you go ahead, bro.
This is 2 Ezra chapter 5, verse 8. It says, there shall be a confusion also in many places, and fire shall oft be sent out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and menstruous women shall bring forth monsters, and salt water shall be found in the sweet, and all friends shall destroy one another. All right, then wit shall hide itself, and understanding withdraw itself into his secret chamber. Okay, and we're basically the wit. Okay, the Lord gave us, through the apostles and elders on down, the truth to disseminate this thing, to push this out into the masses, man. All right, but we're at a point now, these laws, we ain't gonna be out here too much longer, man. There ain't no way, man. There ain't no way. They're getting very draconian now, you know.
God, yep. This is just something they're building upon. It sounds like it might not be. Well, to us, we know the seriousness of it, but to other people, it sounds like, oh, it might not be a big deal. You just can't say this against them. No, it's going to trickle to a whole lot. When you look at everything that they own, you know, they can take away a lot of things that you take luxuries of using.
Right,
right. If once you put in a certain category, you're there, and there's no support because they own all the support.
Right. Everything you thought that you knew, it's all bullshit, man. You know, you really don't have a say. Most people don't know you can't own anything in America, man. If you can't own land, you can't own anything. You know, you need land to own anything. Where can you do it? You know, I mean, you can own a cell phone. You can say this is my cell phone, but you need a cell phone tower to use it.
That's right, man. Hey,
you know,
if you're labeled as that anti-Semitic in that category, they can easily call the company T-Mobile and say, "Hey, well, we stand with X, Y, and Z. You didn't stand with that. We're not going to allow you to use our service. Man, you're blocked from using T-Mobile. You're blocked from using this.
Yeah.
Before you know it, you can't even fucking use a phone, man. You gotta have a walkie-talkie and talk to people, man.
Yeah, that's right, man. That's why that nigga Kanye, he fell back in line, man. He like, man, I'm gonna take these medications again and just go bug out. go bug out again. God. He can't do nothing, man. Nigga thought he was a billionaire. He like, nah, nigga, hold on. Let me remind you real quick.
Right.
What this is, nigga. You still on the plantation, nigga.
Yep.
You know?
God.
That's how it go down.
You got any more on that one?
I got Amos real quick.
Go ahead.
This is Amos chapter 8, verse 11. It says, behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord Yahweh. You know, so that's pretty much self-explanatory, man. This happened back in the ancient world. This is going to happen again today. All right. So the famine of the word is basically upon us, man, you know. And he slowly started this with the shadow banning, because really our videos are should be showing way more views than what they are. All right. But now he's getting ready to just crack it down all the way, man. All right. And this is the precursor to Revelation 12:12, where it says the devil is coming down unto you having great wrath. All right. This is what it looks like before the real bloodshed starts, man. God. When he starts talking and speaking draconic, matter of fact, Salakia, let me get this real quick. And Sirach. Because it always starts with words, but eventually it escalates into violence. Right. All right. Yeah. It's just Sirach or Ecclesiasticus 22 verse 24. It says, as vapor and smoke of a furnace goeth before the fire, so reviling before blood. All right. So all of this talk he's talking about, he's shutting you down. Right now, it's about free speech. Everybody freaking out, oh, I can't say things. Like, no, pretty soon, you're not going to be able to do nothing either. Right. Yep. Right? Yep. Before somebody squares up and have a fight, what happens? They start talking shit first, man. You all been to high school or somebody that don't like each other. Well, every boxing match, how does it hype up? It starts with the talking, man. And then eventually the talking stops. All right. And when the talking stops, the violence starts. You know,
the violence is going to come when that seahead, that mark of the beast gets made mandatory. Yeah. Because what's going to happen is once you have that in place and people already have that thing in their bodies, they can implement the social credit score system that China's running off of. So in China, if you say the wrong thing, you cross the street the wrong way, you break a little minor law, they can just hit your social credit score. Well, in this case, it's coming up. They can just fucking turn off your damn C-hit. Now you can't buy nothing. Yep. Because you were anti what? Yeah. That's the physical violent part that's gonna come, man. Yeah. They can come hunt your ass down, shoot you. You know, or just fucking press a button and fry your damn brain, because there's gonna be people's heads too.
Yep. Just shut your ass off, man. Hey, your own family member, they ain't even going to do with you, man. They like, I ain't gonna want no. This be your own mother. They're like, I don't want no smoke. Right. I don't want to smoke with Esau, man. You got to go. I can't have you here. I can't
have my social credit score get hit. Right. By this shit. You know. So hey, it's coming, man. And this is about to happen fast too, man. Yeah. So that means that C-hip coming real quick, because that's gonna go right hand in hand with this shit, so they can get physically violent and track people down that ain't with their shit.
Because they're gonna have to. They're gonna have to move quick. Because look how fast this is getting out of hand, man. Look at how quickly the world just turned against them. Look how quickly they got divided and started speaking against each other. You know, this is not sustainable for him if he's going to maintain power. All right. Because at the end of the day, they still are the minorities on the earth. They still need people to be bought in to their agenda or believe in something. That's why they're still selling you democracy and stuff through the voting system. But in reality, it's like niggas like Klaus Schwab over there telling you going to own nothing and be happy. That's the real them. Right. You know?
That's right, man. Yeah, so that's beautiful, man. That family word. You're not going to be able to get this message much longer, so you better tune in, man, and get right.
That's right,
Get this understanding, man. If you're one of those people that, I don't believe in conspiracy, you get out that bullshit. It is, damn it. That's what it is. It is a fucking conspiracy. Your government does not have your back, man. Right. They're controlled and operated by other people of power that have money behind them, man. And they've used that money to manipulate and gain control and kill people with that shit. Send people to wars. And that's what's happening on the news, man.
That's right, brother.
Okay. It's the book of Psalms 64, verse 7. It says, but Yahweh shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. So that Edomite making that video, hey, that's Edomite coming against Edomite. Their own tongue is falling upon themselves, man. Yep. Hey, Lord, what do they call him? Lord Jacob Rothschild, a stupid fucking idiot. Yeah. Hey, he straight up said what he fucking owns. Right. He straight up will break it down to you of what happened during the Balfour Declaration. How that shit did not exist until they financed and set that shit up.
Yep. Straight up, man.
And now they got it so powerful to where they got a whole nation of people that can be legally punished for saying anything about them.
Right, right. And then you still got people like questioning, oh, I guess I can't say anything about it. Like people are literally going along with it, man, because they're so brainwashed.
Right.
You know?
God. This is the book of Psalms 85:11 says, truth shall spring out of the earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven. The truth has gone out, man. It's reached the four corners of the earth. These words that we've been speaking, these scriptures coming out, all this teaching, it has accomplished exactly what Yahweh Shai wanted it to do. And they can't stop it.
That's right.
So this is their way of trying to do something about it, to stop it, to basically get justification in the eyes of people to stop rioting of why they're coming to snatch us up, why they're coming to attack anybody that's speaking against them. They've now laid the framework and trying to make it publicly accepted. Hey, look, well, we're basically shooting them and putting them in prison because they said this. We have this law that you passed, right? You guys voted on this. It passed the House. It passed this. It passed that. Really, but it didn't pass shit. They probably just threw the shit in there.
Right.
And lied and said somebody voted on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have the ability to do that, man.
Right. And when you got 93 of these motherfuckers and
took bribes.
You really think they go into the constituents and their voters going like, hey, should we do this?
Right.
Hell no, man. How much money did you give them? You know, I don't even know who the goddamn senator is in Kansas. Right. They ain't getting no money from me.
Right.
But they got money from somebody.
From somebody, man. They got paid.
So who are they going to listen to, me or them?
And the thing is, they got paid. They're so fucking stupid because they done passed some shit that's their own downfall too.
Right.
Just because you got millions, you think you about to escape the fucking hammer? What this devil wants to do during this new world order?
Yeah.
Look, hey, your ass is going in a fucking FEMA camp too, but damn it, you're gonna turn your shit off. Your money ain't gonna be worth nothing either, man. Right,
right. There's levels to that Edomite shit, man. Or they might get a bunker, but it's gonna be here in America, and that shit they gonna be overseas. Them soccer leagues, they know what's up. They already know America. They gonna like, hey, y'all saying you can have a bunker? All right, go in there. That's gonna buy you about 30 days, partner.
Right.
You know, because these people they're weak, man. That's so angering. They're base, weak people, man. They will literally kill their own people, sell poison, destroy everything for some money, man. Just like Esau did with the blessing. You know, sold out his own birthright for some goddamn food, man.
Right.
So you don't think they're gonna sell out, sell their own people out for a bag, man?
Right.
Some nice things.
Yep.
You know.
At the end of the day, the only motherfuckers they care about is them damn selves. Even amongst their inner circle, their inner direct immediate family members, they can give a shit about that. They doing incest. They believe in sacrificing their own blood too to get more power. They worship the demonic demon entity Satan, man. You know, but Satan has just been sent as a lying spirit, been lying to their asses.
Right.
You don't know that he set him up. He works for Yahweh too.
Right.
So,
but then the thing is, Esau knows he's the devil.
Right.
He knows he's Satan, but he's still gonna do a deal with him.
Right. Yeah.
Satan like, all right, well, you know I'm gonna betray you, but all right. Like, come on, man. That's how the Lord set up the perfect villain, man. This is the perfect story, man.
God,
you know,
it really is, bro. I got another one. You got any more?
I got one more.
God. You go ahead with yours.
This is Isaiah 25:7. It says, and I will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people and the veil that is spread over all nations. And that's what this big so-called white, so-called black thing, this has been this whole thing of race theory. This has been a big veil. Democracy, America, you know, all of this has just been a big veil that's selling people. America's the greatest country in the world police, you know. That thing has basically been shattered basically within the last year. Nobody trusts America anymore, man. This whole narrative that they've been spinning, it's over with, man. God. They see what y'all doing over there to them so-called Palestinians. They're like, whoa, wait a minute.
Right, yep.
And then you said something about it and they put hands on your ass.
Right, yep.
You know? So this whole thing has been, the Lord has just destroyed it, man. God. You know? Just to back up a precept Brother about earlier.
God, bro. Yeah, man. You know, they really work real hard to try to cover up the shit that they doing. Because CNN, you're not going to see none of the violence that Israel's doing over there, man.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know the platform where they seen it on is TikTok.
Right, right.
So now they need to make sure that they control that too.
Yeah.
That got out of hand. There's too many people over there in that land filming the shit and showing the world. And the people's like, well, that ain't really what's happening. Y'all motherfuckers is being straight brutal murderers over there.
Right. Right. They're gaslighting the hell out of you, man. I was saying that earlier. Like you caught your woman sending some other nigga some naked pictures.
Mm-hmm.
and she like, no, that's my brother. Like, you seen your brother picture of your titty? Why you gaslight me right now?
Yeah.
That's what Amalek's doing. Like, y'all, you not really seeing this.
Right, yep.
You know, this is not what's going on. No, we're not really torturing and raping, doing all these things over there. You're an anti-Timmy.
Right.
You know?
Yep.
You know, that's what you are. You know, you're a bigot. You know, don't believe your lying eyes. That is the phrase. I think George Carlin said that. You gonna believe me or your own lying eyes. Right. People are watching this shit go down, but they're telling you this is not what it is. And if you disagree, now they can lock your ass up coming pretty soon.
Right. This fucking devil, man. He's in mid-stroke committing adultery. You just open the door, seen this nigga fucking this bitch, and he's don't believe what you see.
yeah. Like you ain't see nothing.
Like the fuck.
Walk away.
Yeah, man.
You know, remember that nigga Smokey was counting that money to get Big Red. Niggas like 20, 40. That nigga flipped it over. 120, 140. You like you didn't just see him flip the money over, man.
Right, yep.
Nigga, that ain't 100. That ain't what you owe me, man. Trying to gaslight me, man. All right? Because that's what I mean by this desperate, man. When you start seeing him do stuff like this, that's obvious. Like, he's out of moves. And when somebody gets out of moves, they become very dangerous, man. It escalates from words to violence very quickly, you know? So that's how you know we're at the end, man.
God. I got one more precept and we can close out. You got anything else to go?
No, that's it, bro.
Okay. We can close it out, man, on this. This is the book of John 8:44. It says, "Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it." And that's what this damn devil is doing, man, with this shit. With this bill they're passing, with the altering the amendments and all this shit, man. Hey, this guy's a damn devil. He's a liar. You know, so you can't expect nothing less from him. You have to know who your enemy is and know who the wicked is, man. Continue to speak against this damn devil, regardless of what he say, man. But hey, get ready, man. Really tune in and lock in, because you won't be getting these teachings on these platforms much longer, man. Yeah,
that's right, man.
We're going to go on a straight time in the scriptures when Yahweh Shai, and then they basically taught him to speak in secret. He had to flee. You know, he spoke and taught in one area, and they went to come him up, catch him, and he was already just up out of there, gone. And that's how the prophet's about to be pretty soon, man.
That's right, man. The Lord going to have the spirit on us to know when to dip in and dip out, man. We're going to know who right, who not right. And we ain't trying to hear it. Because you should have been came out there and do what you're supposed to do, man. You know?
God. So with that, Lord's will, is edifying. We're going to go ahead and close out, bro.
All right. So with that, giving all praise, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect out there. Shalom.
Shalom.